This coming Saturday, as well as the usual pomp and ceremony attending Armistice Day, there will be a separate demonstration which is supposed to be attracting a great many people in support of the Palestinian cause. Everyone knows, in support of the fascist organisation Hamas. There have been many calls for such a demonstration to be stopped, on the grounds that it's disrespectful to Armistice Day. I disagree. I'm Granniopteryx. Now, I know that sounded like I was supporting those fascist murder supporters, but I'm not. On the other hand, I want to talk about the sort of change that banning such parades will cause to the freedoms of everybody in the United Kingdom. I'm sort of picking my way around the words here a little bit. I found this article in the Telegraph, and I have to explain, I was half in favour of banning that march. Then I came across this article in the Telegraph. It wasn't this article that convinced me. Let's just have a look at this. The article is by Philip Johnston, and it says, "It's a testament to British freedom that banning a march is no easy decision." And as soon as I saw that, I thought, hey, what about all those marches in support of a certain person I've got to be careful about naming, but I frequently call Tony Randall? What about all those... I'll put a picture up here so you'll know which Tony Randall I'm talking about. What about all those? So I started doing a little bit of research, and I found more, but here we have Shropshire Star in 2022, and I'm interrupting myself to remind you to click the like button, to share this video, to subscribe to my channel. If you're on YouTube, to click the bell so you'll get notifications. All the links to my other channels are in the description, wherever that is, including links to donation sites. I'm always very grateful for donations, but the best thing you can do for this video and my channel is to click like. Okay, back to the demos. Police confirm nobody was arrested at TR demo and counter-protest in Telford. All right, so that means he had a demonstration and there was a counter-protest. I don't know whether that was his or against him. But the fact is that it wasn't banned. Equally, the fact is, they say police confirm nobody was arrested, as if they expected people to be arrested, which is the bias of the newspaper, not of the law. All right, so we've got this one. And then this is the Manchester Evening News. Supporters of jailed far-right activist, TR, held a protest inside the Arndale Centre. And again, they held a protest. And the protest was because he'd been jailed, in my belief, on entirely spurious grounds. But yeah, that's another point. And here we have the Manchester Evening News poisoning the well, not the law. That's the news media doing it. And it gives you this idea that he was banned. Actually, he wasn't. And then there's this. Now, I happened to see the videos that were taken by the counter-protesters, who were a bunch of Muslims at the time. And the police were escorting them to the place where Tony Randall was having his demo. Tony Randall's demo was a group of families. There were people there pushing prams. There were women and children, as well as men in that. So it was a political rally. And the police, the Manchester police, escorted a group of exclusively male Muslims towards that rally. And there was chaos. And they say here bricks were thrown. Well, the only people who threw the bricks, or at least the only ones I saw throwing the bricks, certainly the ones who started the brick throwing. I don't know if any of the TR supporters were throwing them back. I didn't see that. But I do know that they were doing it, and I do know that they started it. And so bricks are thrown is again a way of poisoning the well. With crowds shouting racist scum, bricks are thrown. Instead of saying the crowds were shouting racist scum and threw bricks. You know, so his supporters could hold rallies. I don't know if there were some local things where they couldn't, but basically they could. I had the impression that a lot of them were stopped. I don't think they were. So where is the problem? The problem is with how the police react. When a group of Hamas supporters carry banners and placards and signs saying jihad now and behead unbelievers or something, which hasn't happened in this one but did happen in others, there were no arrests made, and that is a direct contravention of the law against inciting violence. But the police didn't take advantage of that law. They didn't even try. And on another occasion, when there was some rally in London a few months ago, and a group of Palestinian supporters who'd been bussed in from Yorkshire or somewhere like that drove through Golders Green, I think Hendon and St John's Wood, and calling for violence against Zionists. But you know, anyone can be a Zionist. I think they did say Jews as well in the recording, but I'm sorry, I don't have the recording with me and I don't have time right now. But you can look it up because it's on the internet, of a group of Palestinian supporters going through Golders Green calling that word, R, beginning with R and ending with E with two letters in the middle. He was using beep their daughters. He was shouting through a tannoy as the cars proceeded through Golders Green. There was an arrest. They were, what's the word? It's not arrest. When the police stop you, I've forgotten what the word is. When the police stop you, they question you. You haven't been formally arrested. And then the case was dropped. Lack of proof. Lack of proof. We have it there on video. That's where things go wrong. It's not, and what is happening here when we call for stopping of demonstrations? Well, on one day that may be good, you know, a bunch of fascists doing this, and on another day it could have been used to stop the TR demos as well. You see, it's a slippery slope, but it's a win-win for Islamists, because what an Islamist wants is for British freedoms to be eroded, and that would be another way of doing it. So we have to be very careful about this, and emotionally I don't want those guys on the streets of London, my London, peddling this murderous nonsense. On the other hand, it's probably a bad idea to ban it. The good idea would be for arrests to be made. That's where we really can take issue. Okay. I think that's it. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share, share, share.